Fox Tarts, and you're listening to Radio Molly. Let's sit back, relax, and try not to fall asleep, shall we? That song was called Chill Moods. I posted that a few days ago on my SoundCloud. If you want to go check it out, it's at Ricky Fox Starts on SoundCloud. Yeah, man, it's really cool, you know, running a radio station and all, in a post-apocalyptic 80s future dystopia. You know, it can get lonely, but talking to you guys through the radio waves, it really helps make time fly, you know. Let's go on to the next track. It's called RML 80 on Radio Molly.
Amazing.
If you thought that last song was cancerous, it's because I wrote it. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's go on to the next artist, ATF.
I'm Josh Scott, and you're listening to Radio Molly.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other gal. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we're gonna play it. If you ask me how I'm feeling, don't tell me you're too blind to see. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Never gonna give, never gonna give. Never gonna give, never gonna give. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we're gonna play. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry.
Wrong, you're listening to a bad radio show. Fuck you.
Sorry about that. It seems like someone was trying to breach through our radio broadcast. I'll keep an eye on it. Enjoy this song called Rust by AST. That was totally rad. ATF is really bringing in the bangers this evening, huh? Check them out on SoundCloud, ATF Music. He's a cool guy.
Radio Molly, 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 Radio 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 Molly.
You're listening to Ricky Fox Tarts on Radio Molly Live. Whoa. Yeah, Flavor Town. I'm Guy Fieri, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's me, Ricky. This next song's by me. It's called Neil Patrick. I hope you enjoy. You're listening to Radio Molly. Wow, this song's pretty cool. Maybe I'm biased though because I made it. Nah, it's still pretty cool.
Your life was meaningless without us. You're listening to Radio Molly.
That last song was Alucard. I produced that. This next song is House, which I also produced. Thanks for listening to Radio Molly. Up next, we have another episode of the Radio Molly Show, so I hope you tune in and listen to that. Because, well, that's certainly a thing. I'm Ricky Foxtarts, and you're listening to Radio Molly. Hey, you're tuned in to Radio Molly. Sit back and relax. The show starts soon. Radio Molly.
And now, a short cartoon.
Captain Chad Nougat. There's nothing ever good on TV. 40 channels, nothing.
Sheriff, there's no more peanut butter in
Oh, hey,
town.
Squid Snacks.
What a lovely day. You want to play some video games? Hey there, kiddos. It's your boy, the Squid Boy, who wants to shove squids in your mouth. Hurry now, act fast, and have a blast with Squid Snacks.
Do not be alarmed if a squid comes alive and tries to eat your whole family. That is normal. It's a normal procedure. Yes, yes.
Man,
Hi,
this
I'm
sounds
live here in
gross.
Hollywood, and I
That's
want to
Dusty
interview
love
one of the
these.
gangsters. Hey, bro, what do you think about all the shootings that have been going on, lately
Are
in
we
the hood?
really about to go buy a box right now?
Oh God.
Like-
Oh, jeez.
Are you for real?
Well,
I guess
it
we are.
seems that Taller is having.
Do you like fresh quality produce? Well, come on down to Fresh Farms Grocery Store. We have the best, freshest, moistest, delicious tomatoes. Our tomatoes are plucked right from the source. Right
Thanks
from
for
the
shopping at Megamart. Have a great day.
Woo!
Help! I can't move.
Mr. Projectionist, stop the show. Here's great news you ought to know. We've just got a shipment of taste-thrilled treats, all tip-top quality and delicious eats. There are hot dogs and popcorn and candy galore. There's soft drinks and coffee and a whole lot more. So direct your steps to our refreshment stand to enjoy the finest snacks in all the land.
You have 10 minutes till showtime. You've seen the show. It was quite a treat. But now you'd like something to eat, so right this way to the concession stand serving Castleberries, the best in the land. Yes, sir. Castleberries is real southern barbecue. Choice cuts of meat slowly cooked over open pits of smoldering oak coals for honest-to-goodness barbecue flavor. You'll also find hot coffee, cold soft drinks, and delicious ice cream in our snack bar to go with your Castleberry sandwich. Just look at that generous helping of rich, juicy barbecue. Yum, yum. For a real taste thrill, Castleberry's barbecue will fill the...
The next show will start in 9 minutes.
Golden pure creamery butter, rich, flavorful, satisfying. That's what it takes for the finest buttered popcorn, and that's what we use. See for yourself why there's no Showtime treat to equal the crisp, delicious flavor of hot popcorn that's bathed in real melted butter. It's at the concession stand now.
Now listen, now listen, now listen. I'm the Dairy Queen. Won't you come with me along the milkshake way? I've got lots of good surprises, fresh and yummy for you every day. There are malts and shakes and sundaes too, whenever you stop. And of course your very, very favorite, the cone with the curl on top.
You don't have to just dream about Dairy Queen. Your favorite Dairy Queen treat is a refreshing reality at your nearest Dairy Queen store.
The next show will start in 8 minutes.
Hey! They're ready, folks.
For refreshment that is great.
If it's early or it's late, it's Orange Crush. Orange Crush, the drink that's extra good.
Fresh fruit flavor.
That's for me. It tastes better.
Naturally.
Orange Crush, get some right away.
Visit our refreshment stand right away for delicious Orange Crush and all kinds of good things to eat.
Oh, the time is now, the time is here. Now's the time for a bite of cheer. A tasty delight where the price is right. Well, look a here, you'll dig this sight. The moment's handy for a piece of candy. Just name your brand, they're all so grand. Hey, what do you think of a nice cool drink? Or a big box filled with a popcorn thrill? Let your taste buds meet with an ice cream treat. Refresh yourselves, it's time to eat. So come on, folks, let's join the band as we all head for the refreshment stand.
10, 9, 8, 7 minutes to go.
Let's play Dutch Treat. Da 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 da. Oh, you're it. No, I'm not. Come on. I'm it. 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's treat. 4, that's 5, that's 6, that's treat. 7, that's 8, that's 9, that's treat. That's treat chocolate drink. Oh, that's treat chocolate drink, please. That's treat drink so good. I want some. Me too. Everybody loves it. So good. It's good hot
or cold.
Mom and Dad love it. So, get that treat chocolate drink at the snack bar now.
Still plenty of time to come and be served at the refreshment center before showtime.
The next show will start in 6 minutes.
With mustard and relish, you'll guarantee mouth-watering satisfaction. And now he slips his costume on a beautiful golden bun. There's his cue to go out on stage.
He's the natural.
He's the rage. Meet this personality at our refreshment counter. Treat the family.
Something different for a change? Then try the perfect refreshment. Chili Dilly. A delicious pickle treat that's spiced just right for every bite. Economical, too. There's no waste. You eat every bit of the juicy goodness of Chili Dilly. How about trying one right now? Chili Dilly. On sale at our concession stand. You'll love 'em.
You have 5 minutes till showtime.
Time for refreshment. Refreshment. For your enjoyment, there's hot, fresh popcorn, tempting, delicious hot dogs, and so many kinds of ice cream. And, of course, sparkling, delicious, ice-cold Coca-Cola for everybody at the refreshment counter now. Remember, Your favorite snack will taste especially good with world-famous ice-cold Coca-Cola.
It's refreshment time, folks. Time out for a delicious snack in our sparkling refreshment building. Every item a fresh, appetizing taste treat. Fresh popcorn, delicious and crisp, with or without butter. Sizzling hot dogs, bursting with juicy goodness. Tender, tasty hamburgers with all the trimmings. French fries, crisp and golden brown. Thirst-quenching, refreshing, ice-cold.
There's plenty of time to treat yourself to something good to eat at our refreshment center.
The show begins in just 4 minutes.
And now, meet the star of our show. Symbol of a treat that quality made famous. America's most famous ice cream treat. Eskimo pie. Creamy, delicious ice cream made even more exciting with smooth, rich chocolate coating. And wearing the label of quality, known the world over. Eskimo pie, the treat you know is tops because it carries its pledge of quality right on the back of the bag. Be sure you save the bags for valuable premiums. Get famous Eskimo pie at our refreshment stand now. It's America's anytime taste treat. Finest ice cream, finest chocolate. It's delicious.
Our hamburgers are the finest. Quality beef expertly prepared for extra deliciousness. Treat yourself royally right now. What a hamburger.
The next show will start in 3 minutes.
Like you crave that corn when it's freshly bopped, you gotta beat it to the box with the butter on the top. Get with it, man. Start strolling down to the sweets that set you rolling, the best in town. Our candy's real gone, if I'm understood. To all you squares, that means the confection is positively delicious. Cork that stuff. Give me 5. Let me send you into this nutty jive. Go, man, go. It ain't very far. Shake it on down to this cool snack bar. Come on, Jill. Give us a treat. A friendly pepper-upper with a tasty beat.
Drink Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, 'cause it never lets you down.
Frosty, man, frosty.
Only 2 minutes left.
Give them a faith to live by. Worship this week.
The whole family's getting together to show Dad how much he's appreciated. It's so nice to have a man around the house. But here's an extra surprise. Somebody's treating the whole family to the most enjoyable gift of all. Get the hint? Take Dad and the family on a pleasure-filled outing to the movies at our special Father's Day show, Sunday, June 21st.
You get more out of life when you go out to a movie.
It's 1 minute till showtime.
We hope you're enjoying your visit here this evening. Now, on with the show.
The following feature has been rated R by the Motion Picture Association of America. It is intended for mature audiences and parental discretion is advised. Home box office will show this feature only at night.
The following program is for mature audiences and contains adult situations and some nudity. Parental discretion is advised. This program will only be shown to the on-TV audience after 11 p.m. on a voluntary basis over a scrambled signal.
It's time to tune in, turn on, and get sexy. We're about to rock your world. Live from Canterlot Castle with one sexy crew, it's Radio Molly Live. Now here's your hottie hostess, Molly.
And greetings, my wonderful and sexy subjects. It is me, your hostess with the mostest, your bitch with those tits, that sassy lassie with the classy chassis. Why, it's me, your little bedtime buddy, Radio Molly Live, aka Princess Molestia. And like always, I am not alone. I'm with some fine and wonderful and some hot, wet, wonderful subjects that are crew members. Introducing my husband, my lover, my cutie patootie, Gonzo.
You're just driving me to the shower with fucking toaster plugged in, aren't you?
A toaster? No, don't electrocute yourself, darling. You shouldn't. And last but not least, our political pony of information and knows his way around the economy, Sharpwing.
I know my way around the economy like an old man knows his way around the retirement home.
And he's a booty expert, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I got one person who was in my apartment who pretty much got off on the wrong floor.
Exactly.
So how are you two darlings doing tonight on this lovely Friday?
Well, the sniffles and the clogging that I got last week and it's gone. But I ended up trading it for one sneeze that fucked my throat up for a couple of days and sinus drainage down the back of my throat. Ugh.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Tried to stream on Thursday night, wound up streaming way too late at night. Nobody saw it. And YouTube was acting up because apparently my voice was like crackling and stuff on the YouTube feed, but not on Twitch.
Well, that isn't good. And how are all of my wonderful and sexy subjects?
Let's wait for the for the chats to hear us at least. All right.
Free cake, free cake.
We got a good heaping. We have 25 viewers total, and Living on Seconds is just a-okay. Diamond Heart's doing fabulously. Outlaw's at least alive. And I understand that some people are also listening to Ghosts because we happen to be at the same time, or around the same time as he is.
Oh, see, he had to go off and do something.
Shit, what happened, Sarp?
Oh, don't worry, he'll be just fabulous, darling. I am sure. So, while we're waiting for him to come back, let's get started with the news, shall we?
But before I do, I want to do a little bit of a programming reminder because this weekend's important. Because this Sunday is the start of daylight savings time.
Oh, of course, I forgot all about that. Spring is gonna be on its way.
2 a.m. Sunday morning. Set your clocks forward 1 hour.
Goodbye, hour of sleep.
Also, take the time to check your smoke alarms. Change the batteries.
All right.
That way it doesn't die because you forgot to check it. Might as well take the time to do it now while you're changing clocks.
I can't wait for spring. It's gonna be wonderful, and then summer will be here, and maybe we can do what we did, our summer show.
Oh yay, spring. Risk of tornadoes all the damn time.
Can you be a little bit positive, darling? You know, your mood is wrecking my mojo, baby.
Don't worry about it. I got my tornado safety precautions on hand. And I pretty much memorized the safety procedure. Grab a beer, run like hell.
That doesn't help you, dear.
But it's funny as fuck.
Yeah, there's no God.
Well, you can scream anti-M, anti-M, if you really want to go there.
Nah, I'd rather not scream that. I'll be screaming, "It's coming! It's headed right for us! Where's the extreme when you need him?" Oh.
All right, well, let's get started with the news, shall we?
Fair enough. The man who was arrested for allegedly stealing Frances McDormand's Oscar Sunday night was charged with felony theft. According to the Associated Press, Los Angeles County prosecutors charged Terry Bryant, 47, on Tuesday with stealing McDormand's statuette at the Governor's Ball, the former party that followed the Oscars, because it was Oscars Sunday. Bryant could get 3 years in jail, but you'll have to hear this from me. The Los Angeles Police Department had arrested him Monday. He was held there for $20,000 bail. McDormand was celebrating her second career Best Actress win for her role in 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. She was celebrating when the alleged theft took place. Thankfully, though, the award was returned hours after the theft, and it was celebrated courtesy of In-N-Out. That's a restaurant in California.
Ooh, I want to go in and out and in.
It's a burger joint.
Well, stuff my burger in my vagina.
Yeah, I heard it's too fucking anal. Anyways, they found it after the moron who took it boasted about it and was caught on film. He pleads not guilty for being a stupid fucking thief, thinking he won 2018 Best Actress. Shit for praise. Also in crime, a grand jury has indicted Parkland shooter Nicholas Cruz on 17 counts of first-degree murder and 17 counts of attempted first-degree murder this past Wednesday. If convicted, he could face the death penalty, and known farmer troll Martin Shkreli today was sentenced today to 7 years in jail for charges of fraud. That's karma for raising the price of Darafem and HIV treatment medication from $13.50 a tablet to a whopping $750 a tablet.
Well then.
I wish
Yeah.
it would have been directly because of that, but that's a perfect world that we don't have.
With the whole sandstone thing, I noticed people are still griping about gun control and things. But I've paid extensive attention to this whole thing. And I still have to ask, why, by and large, in the mainstream media and the news, nobody is talking about the fact that the local police and the FBI were told about this Nicholas Cruz kid. They had been called up about him at least several times. The local police went to his house at least several times over disturbances and didn't do anything.
It is rather strange. Maybe they just thought it was a false flag and they just went, nah, not our issue.
And then the FBI had all the evidence in the world to convict and all this crap. They didn't get involved, and even though it was a possible school shooter at large.
Who knows? Too many balls were dropped in this fucking run.
Ooh la la.
That's not good. When you drop the ball, that normally means you fucked up.
Oh, I know. I just want to make it a little bit more fun, darling.
Drop the ball.
Drop my panties.
Ball.
Alright, so what's going on else in the news, darling?
A U.S. Senate candidate for Indiana, oh god, this is gonna kill me, is discontinuing a television ad featuring an Uber driver and an Indianapolis Colts player killed in a suspected drunk driving crash by a person who was in this country illegally. Deb Monroe, widow to the Uber driver Jeffrey Monroe, who was involved in this, previously told the Associated Press that the ad devastated her family and called on Braun to take it down, explaining, "A drunk killed my husband. I don't care if he's an immigrant. Who gave you permission to exploit my husband's death? This is an important issue, right, in the public space and a matter of public safety." Jeffrey Monroe and Indianapolis Colts linebacker Edwin Jackson were killed February 4th in Indianapolis. The ad continued narrated by Braun, who called for crackdowns on immigration, suggesting we keep on building that wall and getting rid of sanctuary cities. I watched the damn thing myself. And displayed pictures of Monroe and Jackson along with the mugshot of Manuel Orrego Zavala, a Guatemala man who was charged for the crash and who federal authorities claimed he was deported twice before. Mike Braun ended up having to confess to the Anglo-Herald Republican on Saturday. He didn't expect the negative reaction he received and has since pulled it, but is not giving any answers to the widow as to why this incident was used.
Look, in regards to if illegal immigrants were responsible for a majority of drunk crashes and shootings and crap like that, I would see where people are going with this. I understand why people want illegals deported in the moral and legal sense. They didn't respect the country's laws. They jumped the border and all this different crap. And unless they were trying to escape a war, there's really no moral justification for it. But at the same time, who the fuck keeps using people's deaths to push this political propaganda crap? Like, that's the biggest thing that gets on my nerves.
Especially
they've done this with so many recent issues. The Vegas shooting, Sandstone, this little car crash.
Here's the damning thing: there is an Indiana law here that prohibits people to be used for any sort of political reason for about 100 years.
Good. I hope that law's enforced.
I don't know, because free speech does come into play, and it gets a little wonky.
Free speech doesn't come into play when it's slander or when it's causing problems to the point the government has to intervene. That was made during the Media Pact Clause. I believe it was around the 1940s? I'm not certain. It was when media started sprouting up on radio and then later television. And often, as this industry was growing, they started telling outlandish stories and speculating on shit to get a wider viewer base, which, by and large, has made the world stupider.
Yeah, but it's like I ended up making a fucking ad because I don't want to be having another one of those years where it's just we're being manipulated by, everybody that has the power and influence. I made it. I threw it up. Hopefully Molly can play it during commercial break. That I hope we can get behind voting with facts.
See, here's the difference. Here's the difference between the internet and then television media. Television media, you have no way of holding those fuckers accountable because nobody will do anything. Internet media, however, you can hold each and every single one of them accountable. And we have. We've done a much better job at it than with television media, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, here's hoping, though. I mean, I threw it up today, and hopefully people will get behind it.
And I would rather take fake news and misinformation on the internet that has a chance of being held accountable, even if it's far more inaccurate than the resources television media has, just because you can hold people accountable on the internet. You can hold people accountable for the crap they say, and if they go too far, their reputation can be ruined in an instant. Whereas with television media, they get away with almost anything. It's ridiculous, the lack of accountability in that industry.
But here's the irony. They like being censored about it, or they like to treat, as what you've told us in the past, YouTube as sort of a television-type platform.
Oh, but we got other alternatives. Remember that.
Oh, we have alternatives. And we have a lot of people getting restless.
I know. I find it very ironic.
They're starting to realize people are putting humanity and keeping humanity informed at risk in lieu of wholesomeness and advertiser friendliness. And that's not justified in any way, shape, or form. In fact, it's one of the most immoral things you could do. Is just because there's something you don't want to hear, or there are words you don't want people to say, you would put thousands to millions of people at risk just to hold up your image. That is the most immoral thing any television station, government body, or in this regard, corporation like YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook could do. There's no question about it.
Vote with facts, not feelings.
Now, I can understand misinformation.
Yeah.
And like anybody else, I don't want beheading videos and stuff just available to the public. That brings no value to discussion. But I'm going to flat out say this now. Conspiracy theorists like Alex Jones or crap like that, they are important because they provide competition to the whack jobs in the mainstream media on television. And I don't specifically just mean the left. I mean television in general. They've been doing this for years. I mean, did you see that thing come out about Fox News where one of the speakers of the Sandstone shooting said CNN rigged his speech and set it up so that he could only say or talk about certain things? Later we find out the email had been tampered with by his father, but Fox still pushed the story with no research whatsoever.
So it was faked.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit you get with television media, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to lead us down a dark, dark path. And we have a higher chance of surviving with, like, internet media. With average people having the sole responsibility of the journalist. And here's the thing. You have a higher chance of holding an average person accountable for libel law than you do a multi-million-dollar media conglomerate. You could actually sue one of those people. You can't sue a media conglomerate just because you don't have the money to hold up in court for, like, oh God, they'd probably hold you up for about 3 years. They delay and delay and delay and delay. And this is a tactic corporations use on poorer people. They delay and they delay and they delay and they delay the court case. And if the judge keeps allowing it, eventually the other person that wants to take this conglomerate to court will drop out because they're running out of money. And we get no justice that way. The only thing that sets a precedent is when we fight smaller people, like in these small internet lawsuits that are coming up. Like with people with James Damore that actually seem to have big people behind him giving him money for this case. That's the only chance you have at prevailing. I'm not here to demonize people that have money. That's not the issue. It's people that use that money for nefarious purposes that I'm worried about.
Right. Before we get up on a totally different tangents, mind if I continue?
Yep, go ahead.
Now let's see if we can do something about this. Oh, there we go. Florida woman. Here she's at it again. No, not really, actually. Somehow she made Mother Nature pissed at her, and it resulted in something very fucking ugly. We have a 77-year-old kayaker who had to receive stitches and rabies treatment this weekend after being attacked by a wild river otter in Florida, according to Fox 13 News. The kayaker, named Sue Spector, and her husband were enjoying a day paddling down the Brandon River near Sarasota last Saturday when an uninvited guest, the otter, hopped aboard Spector's boat, lashed out at Spector with teeth and claws bared, slashing at her arms, face, and head.
Oh,
Luckily,
dear.
she wore a thick life jacket to protect her chest. Both Spector and her husband attempted to beat the otter back with their paddles, but within minutes, both kayaks overturned. The fight resumed in some cold, neck-deep water. A few more minutes of struggle, the otter finally disengaged and swam away. Fellow kayakers returned Spector and her husband safely to dry land. Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission posted a sign warning of the aggressive otter at the river's entrance. According to Fox 13, another kayaker was hospitalized a day prior following a similar attack. The attacks were likely perpetrated by the same otter, and it's believed to have been rabid. Spector is recovering. She plans on returning to her kayak soon, but will have to return to the hospital a few more times for rounds of rabies shots.
Oh, goodness. Is she doing any better? Is there any update, or this story
Like I
just
said, she's
happened?
recovering well.
Well, at least that's good.
And the last story. There we go.
Yes.
If you're on Medicaid or other low-income government programs, Amazon might have your back. The online retailer opened its discounted $5.99 a month Prime membership on Wednesday to people on Medicaid, giving it an even bigger pool of potential shoppers who may have otherwise been unable to pay the standard fee. Since June, Amazon has offered the same Prime discount to people using food stamps or other government assistance through the electronic benefit transfer card. Adding Medicaid recipients makes Prime and its expedited shipping for no cost accessible to more people, according to Amazon. Industry analysts believe Amazon is maneuvering both to expand its Prime membership numbers and to go after people whose first shopping destination may be Walmart. Nearly 70 million people are enrolled in Medicaid, which provides health coverage to low-income people and those with disabilities, and more than 42 million people are in the food stamps program. Well, Supplementary Nutritional Assistance Program, or SNAP for short. Amazon.com Inc. declined to say how many people signed up under the EBT card expansion, but Aaron Perrine, who oversees the program, says those that did sign up keep the service and were engaged Prime users. To apply for the discount Prime, Medicaid recipients need to take a photo of their Medicaid card and upload it to the site. The $5.99 a month price compares to the regular $12.99 pay by month option and is nearly $30 cheaper than a $99 annual fee plan. Besides 2-day shipping, Medicaid recipients will get Prime's other perks like access to Amazon's video and music streaming services. Avi Greengard, an industry analyst at Globe Data, says the discount could be helpful to Medicaid recipients with medical issues who can't make it to the store to buy heavy items like laundry detergent, or who can't spend more than $25 on every order to qualify for free shipping. Says Greengard, they are enabling people who otherwise would be priced out. And I see we have a Ricky Fox starts in wait here.
Bring him right on in.
Here you are.
Welcome, Ricky. How are you, darling?
I'm good. You sound a little farther.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine. Just not used to it. What are we
There
up
we
to?
go. I just finished the news segment.
Nice.
So, Sharpwing's up next. So what is the goo on the government?
The goo on the government. Well, I actually haven't been that active in political discourse. I also need to take a quick look at the news desk to see what I can find here.
There's some people who ended up, I hear, leaving the Trump White House. Even after Trump tweeted at one point, there is no chaos, only great energy.
I'm not really sure if Trump backed down on his holy crusade against video games, but
I could have sworn he did because
I haven't heard much more about that.
I could have sworn he did because he's now moving on to tariffs.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I think he cut out.
That
You cut out a little bit.
Darling.
talk with the developers, and they were like, "You know, it's not us,
You got
right?"
cut
Yeah,
out
I
a little
know.
bit, Sharp.
Whoa, rewind again, because none of that got picked up.
Yeah, you cut out really
You were like,
bad. You went,
hello,
"Oh,"
and this...
What
And
the
that-
hell?
And that's how this happened.
and we need the context, darling.
The context.
He did it on purpose. He wants us to use our brain and figure out what happened.
Shit.
Use your brain. Use your brain. Read my mind. Damn it.
Yeah,
Damn it! I
so-
can't read over the. I can't read minds over the internet. We haven't developed
Otherwise, you fail the class, and teacher.
You
and,
fail the class if you can't.
Isn't there
become
any other
psychic.
way I can get an A, Molly?
Oh, you have to do some extra credit.
One big important thing going on with the government
Making
is
two
the
credits.
president. The
Sorry.
president of the United States, I believe, will be meeting with Kim Jong-un
Oh dear.
in May in South Korea. So they're probably meeting with the South Korean government, all three of them.
He's tweeting about that, actually. I saw it a few minutes ago.
Yeah, to propose some kind of pact.
He's like, oh, I'm going to make sure that we're
Dude.
friends forever. It's the perfect agreement or
Well,
some
make
shit.
sure you have your friendship bracelet, Trumpy.
I think I know what his agreement's going to be for this little lunatic.
Oh God, I'm
Try it,
afraid.
motherfucker.
Diet.
You'll be a bunch of nuclear ash floating in the ocean.
Listen, I hate you. You hate me. Let's just get along. That's
Yeah.
literally the agreement.
I hate you. You hate me. We both have the potential to destroy the world with an amassed nuclear arsenal.
All
Let's get
because our
along.
dicks.
We both carry huge missiles, okay? But
That could
let's not do
destroy
it. We both like money. Let's agree.
We both like money. Let's agree.
Yeah, so let's not blow up the world because money. No more money. If there's no more world.
Oh my.
I mean, how am I gonna pay
gosh.
for this fucking wall
You
if there's no
all
money?
Are so bad.
I wish I could do a better Trump where I would like do that all the time.
That's actually pretty good. It's pretty decent.
It's just like, you know, lower voice. I mean,
I'm gonna admit there's not a lot been going on with the government. I mean, there were a few idiotic senators that came out with this video game sentiment, but they dropped it like a dead fish as much as Trump did.
Damn.
Well, that's because it took the heat off of the guns and it killed off the gun debate. All you need to do is just try to distract people with keys.
They're not even going on active campaigns against video games. They just said it once, had like one speech in a town hall meeting about it. Then they did nothing else. Literally what they are doing is jingling the keys so that the gamers and all these people in the whole damn world, including the esports generation and stuff like that, pay attention to that shit, which takes their mind completely off of gun control. I think that's what they did here. But they had no intention of going after video games because they knew they wouldn't win. They know that a huge chunk of the populace plays video games now. They're not as taboo as they used to be.
You can't get away with it. I bet is Tipper Gore dead? Is she?
I'm not sure.
In fact, your average esports stadium has a higher attendance rate than the average football stadium nowadays.
Damn,
but it's not like
that tells you how much people like their video games.
I don't think everybody has ignored it. Where's that one fucking thing?
Well, no, none of us friggin' ignored people coming out and attacking video games, blaming that for the Sandstone shooting. Of course they did.
I think Florida did some legislation concerning gun control, at least to a degree. I'm trying to find it.
See, here's the sad thing. They knew people were going to stand up in droves. But I guarantee you, if nobody stood up in droves, these dumbass politicians still would have gone on this holy crusade. They backed down when they realized they only needed it as a mere distraction. And they'll keep doing that. They will keep doing that until that sentiment is no longer able to be planted into the public's mind. There are people that play video games that were almost convinced of this moronic narrative. They know the truth, and they're being stupid. Because, let's just believe what the magical TV says. It's idiotic.
The magical TV says. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think the proper word for that is the idiot box.
The idiot box, yeah.
That's what my grandfather told my mother and my father. Get away from that idiot box.
It's like if you read in an article that eating puppies will make you immortal, and then you do it, and then you find out that the person that wrote that article in an editorial was a crazy nut job, so you just ate a puppy for nothing. That's essentially what it is.
Or worse, the writer is Russian.
Better. Actually, you know what's better than calling it an idiot box? You know what we should call it?
What?
Boob tube, boob tube, boob tube, boob tube.
That's the internet.
We're really on the verge of turning to McCarthyism again, because we think anybody opposed to Republican ideals now is some sort of secret agent for Russia. It's just as bad as these people going around calling people Nazis or labeling them a white supremacist just because they don't toe a certain line, which is exactly what a lot of the media and a lot of these protesters are doing. Not specifically the protesting masses, but the people who act as leaders for these protests. Places like the ADL and the Southern Poverty Law Center, all these different places. Now, sometimes they get it right. Sometimes they establish areas where places like the KKK conglomerate and meet. And it's important to keep tabs on that, especially now that hate is becoming more prominent in the country. But again, I have a feeling the reason hate is becoming more prominent in the country is because you took a story about hate speech or something horrible that barely anybody was talking about, and you pushed it to prominence just like the Tide Pods. I think this is what freaking television media is guilty of.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I didn't go out my door and then hear my neighbor scream, "Oh, I hate black people." So I don't think it's as prominent as issue as people are talking about.
Well,
I didn't go to a Walmart and see an old white lady wave her fists at some black chick.
If there is
groceries.
If the media reports some sort of outrage or freak out, or
it's usually exaggerated,
the entirety of the internet demanding a fucking apology, It's not really happening. It's fucking manufactured as all hell.
It's usually exaggerated. And of course the media is not going to apologize because it's those narratives that they use to make money and gain viewers. They don't care about keeping the public informed. They view themselves as some sort of form of fucked up entertainment like reality television.
But dude, they're pushing it a little bit too far because sooner or later, that kind of reality program that they're doing might fucking get us killed in a nuclear fucking war.
And that's why special things in regards to government control of the media in times of crisis need to be implemented. Why libel laws need to start being more enforced. Why the courts need to start taking this crap more seriously. The media is not the say-all, do-all of information in the entire world, and people have to remind themselves of that. The thing I despise is that internet conglomerates like YouTube and Twitter are trying to make it so. Because television media outlets are completely immune to these terms that they are enforcing. Whereas average people just talking about issues, which is new to this generation. It's never been skyrocketed to this amount of subtlety. Or in this regard, popularity. You have a generation where people on the internet, like Alex Jones, have just as much a chance of competing side by side with freaking Fox News and CNN nowadays. In fact, it can be argued that television conglomerates like Fox News and CNN don't rake in the numbers that internet news does. And internet news is highly more likely to be more volatile, conspiratorial, and sometimes truthful. It's a mixed bag of what you could possibly get.
I think I've seen that demonstrated today. I try to pay attention mostly because of that hostage situation that happened earlier today out in Yountville, California. None of the major networks that I try to go through at around 4 or 5 o'clock were even covering it, but there were people who were hosting streams of it. Not just like local or small, well, I wouldn't say small because at one point Fox 12 Phoenix was streaming this shit.
I mean,
trying to cover the sister stations of KTVU, but there was also this one other guy who was also covering it from multiple angles with multiple sources, even having a police radio on as well.
I mean, people have to admit, television media conglomerates just want to censor the internet media and all these crazy, quote-unquote, news outlets people have on the internet because of fake news. But fake news actually has a definition outside of, the news is just farce. Fake news in particular is information painted like it's news, painted like it's information, and it's actually controlled by a partisan agenda. Essentially, propaganda is fake news. And that's what the president was actually talking about. It's not just crazy conspiratorial crap or people just talking out of their ass about things. It is specifically propaganda that they're talking about, which we have a fucking lot of. Like a ton of it. You go on any television network, unless it's some sort of wholesome mom and pop shop for local information, you're going to get a whole bunch of political exaggerations pushed by a partisan line and them actively trying to demonize anybody that isn't some sort of psychopath telling this partisan line constantly. And that's what our media encourages and why it needs to be kept in check. Their whole campaign and crusade against, quote, fake news on the internet is, well, they lie more than we do, basically. Or, they say crazier shit than what we say.
But we say it while wearing a fucking tie and smile.
I argue, yeah, but we can hold them accountable. We can ruin their careers. We can take their numbers if they say something crazy enough. If they do something crazy enough. If they hurt the wrong person. You can get away with almost anything. Turning a death into a political statistic for your own sick game. Anybody tries to do that on the damn internet, though, they get called out faster than anything.
But fucking CNN, what are you gonna do about it?
Endure. YouTube can only keep up this charade for so long. And Twitter. And Facebook, Facebook is a burning trash heap headed to the ground right now. Zuckerberg and all of his shareholders and all the people with that corporation, if you've been paying attention to it, this thing's crashing to the ground. It's why Facebook gaming became a thing. They are desperate to maintain any kind of a user base on that site.
But please don't die. We need to have you here.
Keep on.
Well, all right. By and large, Facebook turned to a place for teenagers and stuff like that, to a place for people's parents and grandparents and like family stuff, which is usually predominantly conservative. Well, every site, including Facebook, has been taking a heaving shit on any kind of a conservative view. It's why their viewer base is diminishing. People of that age don't put up with that shit. The moment they see that people are actively treating them like guinea pigs, fucking with them, messing with their feed to their aunt, their uncle, their cousin, which is what all this is about. They're making it harder for families to contact each other about their partisan issues. Which, yeah, that's going to piss anybody off. What business is my business of yours? I use your site, you get ads from me, you get the metadata, that's equivalent exchange. But these sites not only want the metadata that you produce, that they can sell to advertisers for money, they want you to tout a partisan line that they are trying to enforce on the site. While they might have every right to do it, as people have constantly argued, it's immoral and it can only cause trouble for people. Which, while there's no constitutional blah, 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 or whatever for this crap, people should still argue against it. Regardless. Because then it does crap like that. And it's worth arguing against when we're talking about the free flow of information. And bear in mind, media conglomerates and the government do not want to protect the free flow of information. They want to steer the narrative. There is two different things. And yeah, the free flow of information will be chaotic, hectic, and crazy shit can arise from it. That's why better groups have to have better leaders and lead by better examples. That's the only way the world gets better. Everything is chaos, and it's going to be at least one or two people's jobs to clean it up in the end, because barely anybody's going to take responsibility. And that's going to keep happening as generation after generation are raised by spoiled people who constantly blame others for their problems. And we might get lucky. One generation might choose to completely resent those people and become their exact opposite. Or we have another fucked up generation, pretty much.
All right. Feel like we need to let the others speak. Do you have any other thoughts?
Other than that, I don't have anything to add on to this conversation. Ricky, how about you? Do you have anything you want to bring up the table?
I don't tend to speak on things I don't know 100% about, you know what I mean?
Right. No,
especially politics. Like, if I don't know enough information, it's probably best I don't talk.
Well,
But I like listening, though, so that's fine.
Well, I just wanted to add a few last things before we go on a short break. Gabby Gums has been active again. And she states, To anyone who is watching the HotCon stream, I am proud to announce it seems like Molly ex Moonman is wedding is back on. Congratulations to the happy couple.
What wedding?
Oh, did you hear we're getting married? And then I'm getting married to you, then I'm getting married to Ghost, and then I'm getting married to everyone.
I don't approve of polyamorous relationships.
Look, I'll be lovely to you. I'll treat you nice. I'll give you food. Hell, I'll bake you yummy and cake.
No dice.
Please, Gonzo.
Dude, polyamorous relationships never fucking work.
Now, listen here, darling. I can make it worth your while. You can be my king.
Dear what?
I have the best vagina in all of Equestria.
I mean, it's pretty alright. I can attest. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always out. I mean, but you know, for being a horse and all.
Yeah.
Come on, Gonzo, just do it. Make her happy. Gonzo, stop making the stream awkward. Say something.
You just made it awkward.
No, you gotta keep talking, dude. You gotta keep talking. It's a radio show.
Gotta keep talking. Snap, snap, snap.
Gonna lose their
snap,
attention. People gonna click off and watch Keemstar or something. Come on. I don't blame them though.
Oh, I understand what you mean, but
It requires some practice.
Yeah.
But anyway, Gabby just seems to be active, and she said the forbidden word.
Uh-oh.
The forbidden word.
What?
Yes.
The fuck's the forbidden word?
Well, I don't know if he's listening.
Oh.
I'll tell you when we go on break. Anyway, sexy subjects, this is your time to call in and give us your thoughts. Go to our email at RadioMollyLive@gmail.com. Tell us what you think. Also, tweet at us at RadioMollyLive or go to our blog, AudioMyReplies.tumblr.com. Send us a question about what you think about the topics of tonight. If not, do you want to bring something up the table? There is something I wanted to talk about, but I want to go over with you during the break before we bring it up. But yes,
Fine.
If not, try our SpeakPipe or our answer machine. You can definitely message us there if you're too shy to come on the air. And you can definitely pop into the Way Here room because we're going to be taking calls. This is going to be so much fun. Are you excited? I'm excited. Oh, yes.
Do blink them so that way we can like vet them during the commercial break.
All right, Sharpwing, you know
also,
what to do.
Sharpwing, you know the routine.
Scheiße.
Send them the link, and also just to remind people, you have to be 18 or older to join this server, because we can't risk minors coming in and trying to get a look at tits or ass, or
I really like Radio Molly.
Trying to hear us say the word damn a couple more times.
Guys, stop swearing.
Yeah, I don't want a few hundred people being convicted of statutory rape because there happened to be a minor in the conversation. They clicked.
Well, mainly we're just trying to protect ourselves.
Events that have been happening, we just don't want to take that risk. So.
Not only that, parents don't even bother with parenting. They let others do it for them. So we're avoiding that kind of bullshit.
So yeah, lazy parents, we're doing you a favor. You're welcome.
Yeah. So please be 18 or older. Read the rules. Make sure that a moderator screens you right, and then you'll be free to join us.
And there's a lot of perks that you can do while joining the Radio Molly Call Center. We give out merchandise that all of our crew members make, and it's just a lot of fun. And you can talk your mind about political, gossip, show your artwork, show your whatever you have to show, and you can promote yourself in the streaming area. I think Sharp can give a little bit of better detail versus me.
Essentially, in this group, there is a niche for everybody. If there are people that are just here for porn and want to see the porn people will post, there's a thing for that in this group. If there are people that are here for insightful political conversation, hearing about political stuff and things like that, as well as gaming drama possibly, like stuff like Gamergate, Anita Sarkeesian, crap like that, there is a portion of the community for that. when you just want the news and things like that, sometimes the political community will work in conglomerate, talk about issues, and decide, hey, like with net neutrality, is this something that a majority of people should be informed about? And they'll post to the news desk. There's a lot of information on the news desk available to you, keeping you informed. The Gossip Corner keeps you informed on various things going on with YouTube drama, this community in general. I mean, there was a particular situation people were talking about for a while, but it got out of hand and we took control. And we're currently having precedents and stuff set for that because there's new details and stuff coming to light about different situations that were affiliated with that situation.
Right.
And we're currently working on that case by case
Right.
to ensure that we don't stop people from talking about new outbreaks of people like that.
And here's the cool thing about it. By you submitting any information about news, gossip, drama, politics, or whatever you want, you actually get to have your voice spoken here right on the show. And you get to help out with the news script. You're technically helping us out, and you get to have whatever topics that you feel worthy enough to talk about on here on our show will be on. So it's kind of a win-win-win for everybody.
There's also...
I think.
Mm-hmm. There's also memes, shit posting. There are voice chats where you can interact with the various interesting people in our server that might be willing to interact with you. We have gaming chats specifically where you can find people posting sales and stuff that are going on Steam, possibly GOG, Humble Bundle, a bunch of different places. Currently, we've only had Steam sales being brought up. And new games like Vermintide 2, yours truly, advertised about that. Them's Fighting Herds. But yeah, you can also be informed about game sales and stuff. Your fellow peers will have you informed on that if they want to. Just talking about video games. Like new video games. Like people have been talking about the new, how excited they are for Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out. And how it's actually not going to be a console exclusive. It's going to be on Xbox, PlayStation, could possibly be on the Switch because of Square Enix's relationship with Nintendo in the past. And one thing a lot of people are hoping for is a PC port of Kingdom Hearts 3. Might possibly happen. Who knows?
Yeah, but anyways, let's head off to that commercial break.
Alright, sexy subjects. Again, you know the drill. Go to all of our social media outlets and ask us questions, whether it be Tumblr, Twitter, email, or maybe the answer machine. Anyway, we'll be right back after this short commercial break, so don't go away and stay right there. Otherwise, I'm going to whip you into shape. Now, Gonzo, would you please rub my titties?
Do you always have to start every commercial break with a stupid question?
Yes.
Do you always have to be grumpy before every commercial break?
Gonzo, look at me.
Yes.
Alright, stay tuned.
This is Gonzo with a public service announcement. It's 2018, midterm elections for the US of A, the United States of America, which means you're getting those political ads on the TV, the radio, social media, and in the mail.
Wait, we still have that?
All the negativity, all those accusations, the scandals, the misleading information. You're tempted to just forget about voting altogether, aren't you? What if I told you that's exactly what they want you to do? You can't let those old coots and those easily bought out saps win. They will only care about their wants, not yours. Don't let them win. Do your part to really make America great again. For you, not them. Be informed properly with the online tools available to you, like Snopes and PolitiFact. Know what's real and what's fake. Make sure you're properly registered to vote in your district before it's too late. Know where your polling places are and the times they'll be open. And know where to turn to if something doesn't feel right. Back in 2016, we made a mistake of letting our emotions get the better of us, making the political landscape more hostile than it needs to be, and allowing the establishment to persuade us with rage and manipulation. This year, we need to change that to make a change for the better. Vote with facts, not feelings. Check with your state on registration deadlines and early voting days. General Election Day is November 6th.
Tune in to Radio Molly!
There is more to me, Queen Eliara of Elfgard, than my elven magic. Just as there's more to Geico than saving you money, Geico also gives you 24/7 access to licensed agents online, on the phone, or on the Geico app. And while I am a mighty elf queen, I am also a mighty big fan of barbecue potato chips. Minions! More smoky mesquite.
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Hey, Dan. How's the day going so far?
My day couldn't be better. You pull up less than 3 minutes after I open my Lyft app, and how do you greet me? With a kind hello? Just delightful.
Great. Care for a cookie?
A cookie? A chocolate chip cookie? You know, I'd love one.
Sure.
Hey, let me ask you something. How did you know I love this song?
I mean, come on, it's the Cold War kids. Everybody loves them.
Whoa! Who taught this guy how to merge? That was a fantastic merge!
Couldn't agree more.
That's it? That's all this costs? What's this thing running on? Smiles and high fives? You son of Mike, I love you!
Thanks. Have a great day.
Lyft. Driving you happy. Just download and go.
Bonjour, fillies and colts. Are you tired of your crappy, cheap-ass gasoline station coffee? Is Starbucks too overrated for you? Is Donut Joe too pricey for you or too plain? Well, come on down to the Moulin Rouge, where the coffee is fresh, exquisite, and doesn't taste like crap. I'll see you there, my lovely ones. And don't take my word for it. Listen to all these satisfied customers.
C'est quand est-ce? Pourquoi est-ce anxious?
Yeah, my name's Kermit the Frog, and you really didn't even like the food. I know, no matter what I say, days will come and go. No matter what I say, nothing's set in stone. No matter what I say, days go by. I know, no matter what I say, days will come and go. No matter what I say, nothing's set in stone. No matter what I say, days go by. Bye-bye.
Do you ever feel like you need to get off? Like, you really want to come?
Hi, welcome to my Fleshlight Emporium! That's right, Fleshlights! We're talking about things you thought. We have so many fucking Fleshlights, help me! Buy them! They are guaranteed to make you fucking orgasm like a fucking rhinoceros! Oh, you'll be screaming like this!
Things are sure to get sexy tonight when you come down to the Fleshlight Emporium, where we have tons of fleshlights. We're talking about the kinky shit, motherfucker. Yeah, that's right. Frog pussy.
And they're really great! And they're really great! And they're really good! Affordable, too! And they're really great! And they're really good! Affordable! Affordable! Affordable!
Well, here we are again, and I gotta tell you, Jim, this match has me really concerned.
Here we have a powerful heavyweight, a train, weighing in at 6,000 tons. And this hasty lightweight challenger, a car, at just 1.5 tons?
This does not bode well for the car, or the people in it.
It's no contest. Every day, people are injured or killed trying to beat a train at rail crossings. See tracks, think train.
I'm Scott Tannen, founder of Boll & Branch, where you can get the world's most comfortable sheets for less than half of what you'd pay in the store. Our sheets are made from 100% organic cotton and get softer over time. Even 3 U.S. presidents have Boll & Branch sheets. Try them for 30 nights. If you don't love them, send them back for a full refund. Go to bollandbranch.com today for $50 off your first set of sheets, plus free shipping with promo code DOZE. Spelled B-O-L-L and branch.com. That's bollandbranch.com, promo code DOZE.
You're listening to Radio Molly!
Oh, we've got to figure out a way to save energy, babe. Our heating bills are crazy.
See this?
Whoa, what's that? The new remote?
It is. Budget Blinds was here this morning and installed these motorized shades in the kitchen. Come here, watch.
So I just sit here, they open, they close. This is really very cool.
Yeah, Budget Blinds comes in and measures, then they install everything. Oh, you didn't have to lift a finger, right?
Hey, I like that almost as much as the remote, but we were talking about saving energy.
Yes, right. See, the shades are also on a timer.
A timer?
You program the timer to open them in the morning and let the sun in, then close in the evening to keep in the warmth.
Maybe we should do the rest of the house.
What a great idea, honey.
Right now, during Budget Blinds Luxury Within Reach event, motorized window coverings are more affordable than ever. The more you buy, the more you save, with savings up to $2,000. Hurry and call 855-BUDGET-BLINDS now before this offer ends, or go online to budgetblinds.com. Don't miss out. Call 855-BUDGET-BLINDS now. Offer good on select products at participating independently.
Hungry, you say? Well, I got the thing for you. Really? Yes, Little Seizures Pizza.
Excuse me?
At Little Seizures Pizza, you're gonna get an epileptic taste that will shock your taste buds.
That doesn't sound safe at all.
Our pizza can have many different combos, so you can mix and match any topping.
You're not even listening to me.
Our pizza has been guaranteed to give you the edge that you need to go on with your day.
You know what? Screw this. I'm going to the Moulin Hoove.
So come on down to Little Seizures Pizza. You'll convulse for how good this pizza is.
What a lovely day! You want to play some video games? Hey there, kiddos! It's your boy, the Squid Boy, who wants to shove squids in your mouth! Hurry now, act fast, and have a blast! With Squid Snacks!
Do not be alarmed if a squid comes alive and tries to eat your whole family. That is normal. It's a normal procedure, yes.
Bonjour, Philly.
Tune in to Radio Molly!
I know, no matter what I say, days will come and go. No matter what I say, nothing's set in stone. No matter what I say, days go by. I know, no matter what I say, days will come and go. No matter what I say, nothing's set in stone. No matter what I say, days go by. Bye-bye.
Tired of the same old dank? Want something new to spice up your high? Want more bang for your beat? Well, come on down to Kiva's Kush. What up? I'm Kiva, owner of the Kiva's Kush Dispensary. Here we only grow the finest of products to suit your everyday needs. Here are some of the amazing things we have on sale today. Gorilla Glue, Purple Kush, Sunshine, Blue Bala, Forbidden Fruit, just to name a few. We are located near the great Princess's Castle. All hail the royal booty. If you have any questions, call us at 876-8675-309. That's 876-869-5309. So come on down to Kiva's Kush, because Kiva's Kush has got the right push.
Hey, Dan. How's the day going so far?
My day couldn't be better. You pull up less than 3 minutes after I open my Lyft app, and how do you greet me? With a kind hello? Just delightful.
Great. Care for a cookie?
A cookie? A chocolate chip cookie? You know, I'd love one.
Sure.
Hey, let me ask you something. How did you know I love this song?
I mean, come on, it's the Cold War kids. Everybody loves them.
Whoa! Who taught this guy how to merge? That was a fantastic merge!
Couldn't agree more.
That's it? That's all this costs? What's this thing running on? Smiles and high fives? You son of a Mike! I love you!
Thanks. Have a great day.
Lyft. Driving you happy. Just download and go.
You're listening to Radio Molly!
McGruff here with nephew Scruff getting ready for school. Steady, kiddo. Here are 3 things that can make going to school safer.
Okay.
First, always go with friends or a parent, never alone.
Second?
Know the route you're taking. Stay away from isolated places.
Like where bullies hang out?
You got it. And what about strangers, Scruff?
Zip your lips. Don't talk to them.
Right on. Remember those 3 things. Never go alone, know your route, stay clear of strangers, and you'll be helping take a bite out of crime. A public service message from the U.S. Department of Justice, the Crime Prevention Coalition, and the Ad Council.
Well, here we are again, and I gotta tell you, Jim, this match has me really concerned.
Here we have a powerful heavyweight, a train, weighing in at 6,000 tons. And this hasty lightweight challenger, a car, at just 1.5 tons?
This does not bode well for the car, or the people in it.
It's no contest. Every day, people are injured or killed trying to beat a train at rail crossings. See tracks, think train.
Why is it we never hear about the good things kids do?
Stories. 2 teenagers are accused of drug-related...
The newspaper reports show that 65% of adults have a negative opinion of teenagers. The shootout downtown leaves 4 teenagers dead today.
It's time for teenagers to get noticed for doing something right. Get involved in crime prevention in your community. Tutor, mentor, volunteer, and let's stop proving everybody wrong by doing something right. Call 1-800-722-TEENS.
A public service message brought to you from the Crime Prevention Coalition of America, the U.S. Department of Justice, and the Ad Council.
Hey, let me finish this text, okay? I'm good. If you're like me in the morning, you're busy. Sorry, I had to shave. And brush my teeth. Like I said, busy. That was a nice shower. But one thing you should never be too busy for in the morning, okay, pal, fetch, is a real breakfast at McDonald's. All right, now I gotta run, literally. Training for a marathon.
Make a busy morning better with McDonald's new breakfast value menu. And get a tasty sausage burrito for only $1.19.
Hello, can't talk now, I'm busy. Yep, doing a jingle. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Prices and participation may vary.
Hey everyone, you having fun? Alright, well let's take a visit to the Fab Corner over to my left. Everyone? Oh my.
Oh, let me join in.
Okay!
No.
Yummy! I feel like it's crabs! Cut that shit out.
Hello, my wonderful sexy subjects, and we are back with Radio Molly Live, the most sexiest radio show on the airwaves to date. And we are here to take your questions and go over a topic that I think people have been wanting us to talk about, but we're just going to go over it briefly so that you know we acknowledge it. All right. Gonzo, why don't you start off? You seem to be the best person to put your...
More like I wanted to bring something up before we do the calls. So
all right,
let's get through that first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the wrong person to even fucking ask. Why don't you ask Sharpwing?
Oh, fine. I'll
About?
do what we talked about, or do you want me to break it?
I talked about several things. What specifically?
All right, it's about the purple performance.
Performance major. Yes.
Do you want me to break it, or do you want...
If you want me to break it, I will.
What if I start off and then you can kind of chime in, all of you?
Well,
go ahead.
All right. So recently in our community, there has been another alleged...
Sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay. We're
Go
just
ahead.
about to break the news.
I bumped the mic. That's my bad.
It's fine. So we're going to get on more of a serious tone before we go back on a lighthearted tone. There has been a recent scandal, if you will, of this character, not really character, but this person named Performance Major. He came out as another role player similar to Toon Critic, and he erotic interactions with other minors if they were quote-unquote mature enough. Now, again, we don't condone this, but we want to touch on this lightly to know that we acknowledge the situation, and like always, we do not approve of these things. Sharpwing, why don't you kind of take the reins from here?
In regards to things, this probably would have been said and done a few days ago, and we wouldn't have had to address this live on air, but probably still would have for the morality of the situation of keeping people informed, because I'm a person that genuinely believes in that. I believe being informed and transparency is what will help people in these trying times. Now, we had confused the performance major situation for more talk of Toon Critic, which we have barred from gossip because it got out of control and started creating infighting.
Right.
We're going to be absolutely transparent about that, and that's the only reason we did it. But we have made a mistake, and I would like to personally apologize to the people that have been posting and talking about performance major. You were in the right. It's not the Toon Critic situation. It branches from it. And it's important to keep people informed about people like Performance Major, which for those of you that don't know, Performance Major was a man that came out defending Toon Critic and actually demonizing his victims, trying to play off the entire thing that happened like no big deal, treating sexual roleplay like it's no big deal. And most people would have just written him off as some person probably riding Toon Critic's dick. Who knows? But he said something quite peculiar in one of his things, which resulted in him deleting a lot of his social media and just dropping off the face of this community, which is probably just. Molly and the crew ourselves were informed by this by Trent Vlad Norris, so special thanks to him, that informed us about FNGR's video. Now, I had noticed that video was posted in Gossip Corner to inform people about Performance Major, and I want to personally apologize to the people that have been posting about that. We and our moderation have made a mistake. None of you did anything wrong. You were talking about something that you felt was important. It is a different issue, and I firmly believe that when a lot of these people coming out either sexually role-playing or may have possibly molested a minor, allegedly, and I don't say allegedly because I don't believe that these things happened. I say allegedly so we can avoid legal litigation. In case we're wrong. Which is always an okay thing to do, and something people should do. You don't want to get sued, everybody.
Right. And
but this Performance Major guy said, and I quote, and if they're mature enough, I'll roleplay with minors too.
That made my stomach turn, darling.
Okay, can I ask?
And he was specifically talking about in the context of erotic sexual roleplay.
Why would you do that?
Why?
That's my major question. Why? Why would you, in one breath, defend a guy who pretty much used his horse fame to try and get into some underage pussy, and also in the same breath said, I've delved into those things too. There's nothing wrong with that. Do you not think that this might actually come back to fucking bite your sorry ass?
I honestly thought, at first I thought this, I know it sounds really dumb of me, but I thought this is sort of a chain reaction saying, oh, if one person, it's kind of like, if one I know, I'm trying to put it away so I don't sound stupid, but I felt like this is sort of a chain reaction, and this person was trying to get attention, if you will. You know, you get what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, I mean, once one comes out, they all come out, I guess.
We almost made a horrible mistake in moderation of trying to make a flat-out rule to try and regulate the Toon Critic situation. But most of our moderation, including myself until I watched the video, were blind to the context until we realized that this was talking about Performance Major and not Toon Critic. Yeah. There is no Performance Major gate. There is no massive controversy going on about this Performance Major guy. But it's important that every single time someone in this community does something like this or something horrible, they should be held accountable, regardless of who's talking about it. It doesn't matter if FNGR or Vita's covered it, as many people as possible need to know about this sort of thing, because I'm sure a lot of you have minors in your family, nieces, nephews, maybe even friends that are minors that you've known since middle school.
And they probably watch these people. This is the scary part.
And people should be informed about that so that they can protect those people.
Exactly. So, I don't... Is Performance Major this guy still around?
From what I understand by the video that FNGR made, this person has already deleted a lot of their social media and stuff, but quite like Zachary Kays, he could very much still be at large, going around sexually role-playing with people, or he's just dropped off the face of the earth. And another important thing to recognize is that a man like Toon Critic is still not in prison.
And that really
that's something
bothers.
generally people need to stay informed on.
Oh yes, that personally bothers me, but I'm not going to open that can of worms. But if you ever find, I believe his OC, from what I've seen, because I looked at the video myself, it is a purple unicorn with wings and with blonde hair. And if you find a caricature of such, please be careful. Now, I'm not saying that all purple unicorns with blonde hair are that, but look out for that specific type of one.
Beware.
And to be honest, I've seen people come out about like these kind of pedophilia / hebophilia allegations, whatever you want to call it, and say, oh, how this could hurt the reputation of the brony community. Oh, people could use this to say, oh, see, now we can shut down bronies, they're pedophiles, things like that. I don't really care about the image of the community. I know who and what I am. Everybody here knows who and what they are. Some opinion of some jackass on Fox News or Howard Stern Tonight or whatever should not define what you think about yourself. And I think we're actually doing a greater good by going out of our way to ensure that these people are exposed to the general public and that they can't hurt anyone again.
Exactly. Gonzo, Ricky, did you want to chime in about this?
I still think he's kind of stupid trying to defend somebody when he himself has his own skeletons in the closet. It's kind of stupid.
I just don't know why he would just say, hey guys, please don't hurt Toon Critic. Where the fuck do you get your balls from?
Flat out saying the victims came out about the shit with Toon Critic out of malice. There's something he said, and he went on some kind of incoherent rant about, even Hitler didn't deserve to die. Stupid.
My mind was blown when he compared it to Hitler. I was saying, are you really gonna go there, darling? Because you're getting sicker and sicker by the minute, and it's not looking good on you. It's not a cute outfit on you, darling.
Now, we have eyes and ears everywhere and people that pay a lot of attention to the content going on in this community. Whenever we find one of these people, we will let you know, regardless of where this show's reputation stands, because it's important that people are informed at least once about this. Now, I'm not going to speculate. I'm going to draw what I can from what I know about the footage that this person posted. And one thing is absolutely abundantly clear in the context of that. He himself admitted to sexually role-playing with minors. Of course, these are all allegations.
Right. Do we want to give Ricky or Gonzo, did you want to give your thoughts about it?
I've already stated my thoughts.
Ricky?
I have nothing to add, but thank you for that, Sharpwing.
Alright, should we give a case-by-case basis if something similar comes up again?
We'll try.
Again,
I think if something similar comes up again, and people are bringing it up in the gossip corner to keep people informed, we should allow a grace period.
Alright.
That way, people can be informed about this. If we feel that it's important enough, we can bring it up here, and then give it about another week or so, and that could be the end of it. Then we're ensured that most people are generally informed. Right. And to Johnny Diehard, this isn't about Toon Critic. This is a new instance where a person had done something of a similar fashion. And again, because of things like this, I believe it's very important that the community remain ever vigilant. There is no telling when somebody in the community can be this way. Now, I'm not saying people cannot trust each other. that is fine. And trust is established over a series of years. No, Maliminus, I'm talking about this performance major guy. Unless that's the person's name, I don't know.
Oh, that's from what I understand. That's the name, performance major.
Who knows?
Possibly. But we felt it was important to get this information more broadly to our audience.
Right.
Because, and I repeat, there are people here who have minors in their family and who know minors whom they'd like to protect from people like this. The only way they can do that is that they know about these things.
Mm-hmm. And there's just another small little bit of gossip, news, drama, whatever you want to say about it. Apparently last night, and Ricky brought this up to me, Equestria Daily's Twitter was sort of, it went down. It went, what's the proper word I'm looking for, Ricky?
Suspended, but normally that happens to accounts that are tweeting, inappropriate shit, like a dead bird or something, but
maybe
as
it was
Gonzo
just a
stated,
fluke.
we think it's a fluke. We think they accidentally got reported by a bunch of people or something. When people do false claims.
Or got false. Yeah, because it happens to all of us. It fucking happened to me on fucking Valentine's Day.
Could be
I
a
was so
bot
pissed
freaking
about it.
out, for all we know.
Yeah,
If
who
you
knows?
have any more information about that in particular, please call right on in. Jump in the Way Here room if you're part of the Royal Discord, and we'll pull you right in. So, shall we go on to some callers, darling, or should we check our Tumblr and SpeakPipe?
I got...
I'd say...
Two callers.
I'd say we've covered this enough. Beyond this, we've talked about everything we know. Anything beyond that's just speculation.
All right. Well,
All right, I got two questions. I got 2 questions from the Tumblr.
All right, let's have some fun.
We got one from JTH 10,000 who asks, good evening, everyone. Quite intense topics tonight. All I had to say is that I can't believe people started to blame video games for these school shootings. I played video games for years, even some violent ones, and not even once did doing something like that ever cross my mind. My question now is, what are you all planning for St. Patrick's Day?
Oh, Maliminus is actually giving us some information on that thing as well.
No.
The EQD Twitter went down because Seth was using his Twitter in Mexico, and Twitter thought it was hacked.
Oh,
that makes sense.
That makes sense. Well, thank you so much, Maliminus, darling.
Okay. But anyways, what are we playing for St. Patrick's Day?
We don't really know yet. We'll have to probably talk about that soon. I'll rent. How about this? I'll rent a leprechaun and we'll have him roam around the castle.
Just do what everybody else does. Wear some green, drink beer, get wasted.
All right. Shall we? Is there any other questions?
There's another one. This is gonna be uncomfortable. This one says, "Hello, Radio Molly. This is Leroy Sinclair. I have a dating application. My name is Leroy fucking Sinclair. I am 6'9", native Canadian from Norway House, Manitoba. I am seeking a native Canadian or Native American, preferably Cree Nation. Must be disease-free, 420 friendly. Willing to participate in tribal ceremonies with my tribe. I am also divorced. Must be over the age of 21. Please find me a blind date. Radio Molly Live. Thank you. P.S. Safi Bob or something like that. Signed, Leroy Sinclair."
All right. Well, let's take some callers.
Okay, ignoring that.
And again, for those that are listening, you could definitely jump on in the Way Here room if you're already a part of the Discord. If not, click on one of the links. You must be 18 or older to join. So yes, we would love to hear from you, dear. All right, who are we going to bring in first, darling Ricky? You have the first go.
All right, we're doing callers?
Yes.
Sorry, I zoned out. All right, let's get Diamond up in here.
All right. Hello, you're on the air with Radio Molly and the sexy bedtime crew. Who are you, honey bunny, and where are you from?
Oh, goodness, it is late.
Hello, yes it is.
Hello.
It is late. Hi.
Oh, there. Hi, it's Diamond. I've been thinking in regards to this whole thing. What's his name? Major?
You're bringing it in and out very badly.
Sorry.
There we go.
I have to sit real close. I've been thinking with this whole thing with Music Major, and these sort of scandals in general. Do you think that it's not necessary, but it's in a way better that these things get exposed in order for people to get more awareness for the type of people that are actually involved in not just this band, but in communities in general?
Oh, I think so. I think it's the best way to get information across. Sometimes you gotta be the big bad bitch in order to, do something good for everybody else.
Well, it's like everybody complains about bullies and harassing and things like that, but we've started to see the image of a world where the quote-unquote bullies go away. And most of the people that cry bully usually are bullies themselves. So it seems like we've only created a system for bullies to abuse. And literally have people that have the audacity to say people have no right to be informed about horrible things like this.
Which boggles my mind. I mean, if someone's gonna be a mass shooter, you don't sympathize with them, do you?
Nope. Now, I will say there is a limit. And I often think television media exceeds that limit. They often go into the territory where they're literally celebritizing shooters and people that commit these horrible acts by covering it days on end. All people need are the details of what happened, context, and as the case transpires and goes on, then start to make statements about what possibly could have been done to report things. But what you see is once something horrible and something like this happens, these people immediately go into speculation and start blaming a bunch of things that may or may not be responsible for these situations. And that's woefully irresponsible. But they're allowed to do it because technically they're not journalists. They're not classified as that either. That's why I think Radio Molly and people of the sort, when we report on the news, should hold ourselves to a higher standard, only stick to the facts, and make it abundantly clear that with horrible situations like this, to avoid celebritizing this individual for their actions, we're not going to be talking about it live on air repeatedly. But at the same time, we felt this very instance important to talk about in this particular episode because we kind of made a mistake. There were people in Gossip Corner getting this information about this music/performance major person, getting it removed from Gossip Corner because we mistakened it for more Toon Critic drama. And I want to humbly apologize for that, and so do the rest of us, because we can own up to our mistakes. So I felt it important to address this live on air.
All right. Will that satisfy you, Diamond?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, you got anything else to ask us?
There was one more thing. It can be for anyone in general. What would you say is the hardest thing about running Radio Molly as a whole?
Running what?
Radio Molly as a whole. What's the hardest thing running the channel or stream, whatever?
Yeah, just
the
running
people.
The actual, just running the show.
The team or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Running into creeps.
Personally, I think the server's harder to run than the show is from time to time.
That's for sure.
Yeah, that I know. I've noticed that.
You gotta make the tough decisions, and sometimes you literally have to act like a judge slamming down his gavel and trying to do what's right, what's morally just for this entire community. And you often have to acknowledge that sometimes the archway of the law has to bend to be parallel with morality.
Gonzo, Ricky, did you want to give your thoughts about it?
I already said it.
Ricky?
It's running into the creeps.
It's not really that hard. It's just you gotta pay a lot of attention, like to the server, make sure people are acting good. The stream, making sure everything's working right. If anything, the hardest thing is when OBS decides to be a bitch, which I think everyone can relate with. I mean, we once had OBS delete every file we had on Radio Molly, and we had to recreate it. Like the bumpers and shit were all gone. Yeah, that was horrible.
I think personally for me it would be not really. You think it'd be the marriage proposals and all the messages. It's not really that. It's more so getting the broadcasting to work and for it to not mess up during the show. That I think would be the most difficult, if not trying to get a hold of the cast members saying, "Are you gonna be on tonight? Are you gonna be on tonight? Are you gonna be on tonight?" Some don't respond,
Yeah.
some do respond, and that's a little frustrating. Nothing against the cast, but
I would say that before my connection just ate ass, the hardest thing for me was yesterday when I was trying to stream through the restream on both Twitch and YouTube. YouTube was acting up and glitching out, lagging, and chopping up my voice and all the audio of the stream.
Oh, I remember
So
that.
I had to stop streaming on YouTube that night because I couldn't fix it, and I just had to stream on Twitch. But that was an annoyance. But I was very happy that I did some test streams because I was testing out some new encoding to try and make my streams look better. Of course, I never got any feedback as to whether it looks better or not.
I think I kind of was moved when instead of, like fucking smoother fucking video, it gives you choppy audio.
Yeah. But I found out it wasn't the new encoder, it was YouTube itself, and that's what a lot of that trial and error stuff is for. Why I think if you want to be a streamer, you have to do test streams, which Radio Molly's done that from time to time. When we implemented new systems or new things, we actually did emergency test streams to get the audience to comment on how that new system was working out. And if it didn't work, we had to do some tweaks, try again until it did work. Like the Twitter notification system that you sometimes see. We had to test that at least several times.
But yes. Is there anything else, darling? We do have quite a bit of anything else?
No, that's it.
All
Don't take up too much time.
All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in and calling right on.
Oh, my pleasure.
Time to shove you to the bar.
Bye-bye.
Oh,
All right.
Oh.
Oopsie.
Who should we
Oh,
bring?
It's like, wait, by the way.
Oh, wait.
All right. Let's get Helios. He's been in there for a while.
All right.
Yeah.
Hello, Helios. You're live with Radio Molly.
And crew.
Hello, darling.
Helios?
Hello?
He's been there so long he fell asleep.
Oh, well, put him in the sleepy. Put him in the bedroom.
There you go.
All right.
How about Momalicious? Give him a try.
Momalicious? Alright.
Momalicious.
Momalicious, I'm sorry.
Hello, you're on the air.
Momalicious.
I thought it was Momalicious.
I realized I was getting pulled out. Hey, what's up?
Hi, darling. How are you?
I am doing great.
Oh, that's wonderful, dear. So, what are your questions? If not, did you want to bring something to the table, darling?
No, I just, Molly, what's your name, girl? What's your sign? Are you single?
Well, I'll let you to decide, dear.
No, I just came in to say I just found you guys from HawkCon. You know, I didn't know you guys had a podcast or anything. Love the content so far. Thought it was going to be a little bit boring, but you guys are actually pretty interesting. Gonzo, Molly, all of you guys, you know, keep up the good work. Hope to see you guys grow even more.
Oh,
Thanks,
thank you, sweetie. Mwah, that was very kind of you.
Much appreciated.
Don't be a stranger.
Well, all right, you guys have fun.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay. It's us you to the bar, okay?
You put the darling in the sleepy room.
I did.
My bad. That was my bad.
He sleeps. He sleeps forever.
All right. So, who are we gonna bring in next, dear?
Golly.
Hello, Golly. You're on the air with Radio Molly and the crew, who is the sexy bedtime team. Who are you, sweetie pie, and where are you from?
Oh, it's me, Golly Gopher again, and I just gotta say, how do you cure the weird smell that your piss has when you eat asparagus?
Well, you eat something else and you drink some water.
Alright, well, that was dumb. 11 seconds.
Oh, god damn it! Okay, 11 seconds, you're live on Radio Molly and crew.
Hello?
Hello, dear. You're live here on the air. What are your questions?
Okay, So this was going back to the whole debate about the gun control thing.
Yes.
Yes.
So with the whole gun control thing going on and the school shootings unfortunately still going on,
It's more so.
how long do you think it's going to take until people who want gun control will end up resorting to just taking guns by force and just compensating everything from all the gun owners?
Trump had that thought, if memory serves. He was on record of saying he was thinking about taking the guns away and first and due process later, but that got his ass in trouble.
Oh no, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about like the.
You're
I'm
just
not
talking about
what
ordinary
the White House.
people
I'm
that have
talking.
a problem with guns.
Well, know my luck. Who knows?
I would like to ask how you're going to forcibly take an item, a weapon in particular, designed to give somebody higher leverage away when you don't believe in using that same leverage. So I'm going to use my fists to try and take your loaded semi-automatic. Oh boy, that's going to work out well.
Bringing a knife to a gunfight.
Pretty much.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying I won't be surprised when they will try to do some shit like that.
I brought this up before, and I passively said that if people go on with something like this, it will lead to a civil war. That is why people have to come to their senses. Because people are not going to give up their gun rights. I saw plenty of people perfectly fine and willing to capitulate with AR-15s being locked behind the same 21 age wall as the average self-defense weapon, a pistol. And I even brought up in political discussion, like, how don't you think it's bizarre that pistols are locked behind the same age as the drinking age, but then you can get a rifle at the age of 18 or lower in some states? Doesn't anyone find that a bit bizarre, I asked. And before I brought it up, a lot of people hadn't thought about it. So obviously there's more stuff in this discussion than just, oh, we need to ban guns. No, it's the mental health care system or something like that. And I think everybody's missing the point because they're just making broad statements on what to blame rather than pointing at specific issues. And from what I understand, rifles will be put behind that same 21 age limit, which I have no problems with because it doesn't affect gun owners at large. Most of them are over 21, so it does nothing to gun owners at large.
Yeah, the age limit wouldn't bother me either, even though I don't have any guns anyways, but, you know.
No. Of course, then it got into a discussion, oh, well, friggin' Russia lets people drink at the age of 18, and our drinking age is 21. And, like, people pointed out, oh, well, soldiers actually can drink. It's when they go overseas to other countries. And I just flat out stated, that means other countries treat our troops better than we do. What does that say about us?
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, these are all, like, small discussions, but they're important ones to be had if we actually take pride in our country. And I hear so many people boasting and preaching about how much pride they take in their country, but how far are they willing to take that pride? What social norms are they willing to break in order to talk about important issues? What social contracts are they willing to violate to create new ones?
Up to this point, it just seems like how far would they be pushed until they actually push back?
Blind loyalty is never the solution. I think loyalty has to come from trust, caring, and compassion. It cannot just come from this idea of, oh, well, they're the news or they're the government and they never scare us wrong. That's when bad shit happens. And I think people need to be, I guess, more self-reliant than they currently are. They're currently relying on other people to do everything for them. And all these people that spend their time demonizing farmers and landowners all the time, you literally wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for those people, because they're the reason that you have food on your plates, bread in the stores, all that crap. So people really have to choose their battles more wisely.
Not only that, but sometimes they just need to be convinced. But just how evidence until it's just at a point where they either listen to it or just be ignorant.
Yeah. We're all a unit, and the unit comes crashing down when certain people start thinking of themselves as superior to others, or start thinking that their opinions matter more than the opinions of, say, landowners or people with money, or vice versa. Everybody has some sort of value to give, and people need to, I guess, stop underestimating what that value is.
Yeah, too bad we're all clashing in this country.
Oh yeah, everybody's clashing. The only way to bring people together is to just casually talk about things like it isn't a big deal. And if people, like, here's the stupid thing. Every time people have demonized people for just casually talking about something, actually getting further in the discussion than they do when they scream and cry and whine and moan about it, they're the ones that look like idiots. So personally, I think that's the right way to go.
Yeah, easier said than done.
No, it's going to take a long time to do it, but people can do it if they put forth the effort.
Well, is there anything else, dear, or no? Because we do have a lot of people in the wait here room. Not trying to sound hasty.
Well, yeah, I know, but
We probably will
I
go
said my
over
piece.
time.
Well, thank you.
All right, it's time to move you to the bar then, okay?
Okay.
Alright, bye-bye. Okay, who should we bring in next?
Let's try Helios again. I feel like maybe
Alright.
he's working again.
Hello, Helios. You're on the air with Radio Molly and the Bedtime Team. Who are you? And what's up?
Well, you should know who I am because you just said my name, but...
I know, but it's more proper. Sometimes people don't go by the names that they say they do.
A formality.
That's fair. Yeah, I apologize for earlier. My microphone just wasn't working for some reason. It didn't want me to talk to my favorite evening show. I don't know what that's about, but...
Well, what's going on?
Well, so I'm listening to Sharpway and give that eloquent speech about how irresponsible the media has become. And I thought back to The Newsroom. There was a show on HBO a few years ago. It was produced by Aaron Sorkin. And in many ways, it was kind of prophetic. Not that it predicted the rise of, fake news, echo chambers, and so on, but it really was a critique of how sensationalized and irresponsible the media was becoming. And there was this one episode where the main character delivers this monologue that basically calls out the media to task. And he mentions that, and Sharpwing might appreciate this because he was talking about how in certain situations I think he said he wanted the government to kind of step in to make sure that people aren't reporting like falsehoods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, he mentions in his monologue that when the initial deal was brokered with Congress to allow public access to television, Congress basically told the networks, okay, listen, for 1 hour a night, you're going to broadcast informational and educational programming, and we call that the evening news. But what Congress didn't say, and Sorkin points this out, is that they didn't say during that hour you can't run paid advertisements. For the other 23 hours, you can make a profit, you can sensationalize, you can editorialize, but for 1 hour a night, you work for us. Congress didn't say that because, granted, they had no idea that television was going to be as big as it is. They didn't know that media was going to be as big as it is. And all I can think of is when I look at the reporting today, we are living in an age of journalism that would make William Randolph Hearst just absolutely ecstatic. Never forget, this is the guy who started a freaking war to sell newspapers.
I'm actually going to go more extreme with it, Helios. If we call any of this journalism, that's disgraceful. Because actual journalists look down at the mainstream media and say, this isn't journalism. It's just a bunch of partisan nonsense.
I do agree with you. I mean, I really wonder how Edward Murrow or Walter Cronkite would feel about today's journalism. I imagine they would be pretty despondent, to say the least.
It's not even journalism, it's sensationalism. There's a difference. It's propaganda, even. And people need to learn that.
I learned it ages ago. I used to watch MSNBC and Fox News a lot when I was in my high school years, my formative years. But as I got older, I realized, okay, wait a minute. They're basically repeating the same nonsense, just slanted different ways.
You start realizing it. Right.
And for a while, I actually thought CNN had some integrity, but then last year they tried to dox a Redditor over a shit post, and I'm like, all right, that's it.
They have no morals.
I gave up.
They use a facade to act like they are the voice of the moral public. What they are is a corporation that relies on shock factor for views and advertiser money.
A little bit too much. I got fucking tired of them because they try to fucking cover the missing Malaysia Airlines flight 24/7 for several days and not letting it up. People were getting sick of it.
Oh yeah, we still don't know what happened there, do we?
We can safely assume it crashed in the sea and
obviously
nobody
crashed,
survived.
Yeah. But I think that also, and this will come to my final thoughts on the subject, I think the reason why people are now turning to folks like, say, John Oliver or Jonathan or Tom Walker's Jonathan Pye, or even you guys, I guess, for news, is because you guys don't try to editorialize out the gates. What you do is you just report the story, and then you say, okay, here's the facts, here's what we think on it. So like Gonzo comes on here, he tells the news, and then Sharpwing says why everything stinks. That's basically what you guys do. And it's okay because now people can make a distinction. It's like, well, okay, this is what's happening, and this is what this person has to say about it. And that way I can form my own opinions as to whether or not I agree with it. That promotes discussion.
And I appreciate you saying that because that's exactly what I want people to do. I don't want people to formulate my opinions. I want people to take my perspective as one of many. And that's why I have my political conversations and stuff and the Sharpcast and things like that, to get other perspectives involved that would have the courage to do so.
Yeah, remind me when you're doing the next one of those. I got to jump on those again. All right, I'm going to jump off here because you guys got a lot of callers. And by the way, Moonman's back.
Yes, he is.
It's a red letter day here. All right.
Yes.
So, yeah, thanks for taking my call, guys, and I will see you all later. Take care.
Okay. Now let's us you to the bar.
All right, who's next?
Well, let's do Deemed Insane.
Oh, I bet he's got a call from Ghost that mentioned.
He better,
it there.
or I'll be disappointed.
Oh, let's see.
Hello, you're on the air.
Let's give him a while.
352 Radio Graffiti. Radio Graffiti. I want Kermit the Frog back. Don't you understand that? I want Kermit the Frog back.
It's okay, Ghost. I'm here now, so you stop crying.
Oh my God. Kermit, how you doing? Kermit?
I'm doing great now that I have you, Ghost.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get to some butt play. Kermit?
Butt
play?
Oh.
Oh.
Are
they fucking?
Sounds like it.
You know?
Violated.
I hope this got canned.
Oh, God.
We seem to have quite a streak. Okay, come on.
Bark like a fucking dog. You're my little bitch now, Ghost.
Holy shit!
Oh,
holy shit!
Ooh.
Oh my God.
We made him puke! Oh my God!
Did he explode?
He can!
I think he died.
Oh my dear.
Freaking gag in here. It's sick. That's freaking sick, man. Freaking Kermit the Frog. Where do you come up with this sick trash, man? Where do you come up with this? Good God. Give me the mic.
I think he destroyed Tokyo.
That's freaking gross, man. You people are cracks, man. You people
So
are
he
sick,
was the
man.
tsunami. You make it dark, I make it darker.
Holy
shit.
Oh.
I think we just heard someone die.
You gotta send me that clip. I gotta fucking put this up soon. Okay, time to toss you to the bar for now. Holy shit.
Before he goes, I will flat out say I agree with Ghost on one thing. Where do you come up with this crap, man? Where do you come up with this crap?
Oh, that's great
Okay.
shit, though.
Okay, now to throw him to the bar.
Get
And
Dr. Fistine here because I like his name.
Jesus.
Hello,
Right.
Dr. Fisty. You're on the air with Radio Molly and the crew. Will you fist me, sweetie?
I don't have enough grease for that ass, so I'm just gonna say no.
Come
Jesus!
on. Come on, doctor. Put a nice rubber glove and stick it in. No lube required.
Gonzo, help.
There is no help for you.
So what is your
He's
question?
deafened.
Oh, okay.
He ran.
Oh. So what's your question?
Did anyone hear about the aftermath of the hostage situation that happened in California?
I didn't even
No.
know about it. Please inform us.
It happened in Yountville, California. Some guy went to the veterans home there and took 3 hostages.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Holy
And
shit.
now it seems like YouTube just decided to delete everything because I can't find out what the fuck happened afterwards.
Censorship at its
lovely.
finest.
Remember, they're choosing to deal with news and controversy regardless of the fact that people need to be informed by this shit. That's where they make the
because
mistake.
freaking midway through the thing, they went from the hostage situation to a car chase. I don't give a damn about the goddamn car chase. I want to know what's happening to the hostages.
Yeah, why do I care about a car chase?
It was like, oh, don't worry, we're gonna catch him. We're gonna catch him. All 4 of his tires are fucking flat. Okay, go back to the hostages.
Are the hostages okay?
He's like, just because you guys are bored with the freaking situation doesn't mean you're just gonna switch over to something else.
It's like they just put on cowboy hats. Oh, we gonna catch his ass. We gonna bust this boy to shitting back. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Pretty much what it felt. I was just sitting here like, what the fuck?
That's what I'm talking about, though. That sensationalistic crap. They want to entertain people, not inform them.
Facts? We don't need facts. Oh, my freaking back hurts. I'm getting too old for this shit.
Well, is there anything else, my dear?
Yeah, someone set the goddamn Wait Here room on fire. Who did that?
Someone set the Wait Here room on fire.
I think he means it's lit as fuck. There's a lot of people.
Ha ha ha! It's lit as fuck. I got you.
Yeah, it's on fire.
I would say Hakan did that.
Oh, you kids and your crazy slang. When I was a kid, we said it would have been, you know, all poppin' and stuff.
Oh god, now I feel old again.
So outrageous.
Truly. No!
It's truly outrageous.
What have I done?
Come on, we can be Gem and the holograms. You can be
No!
the Asian one.
No!
The Asian one.
But fuck!
You about to knock over some
You can't
cans?
say no, Sharp.
No.
Gotta say yes.
Much love for people who got that reference.
Anything else, dear, or no?
I can have cookie.
No, get away.
You're so
Let's get
mean.
fat and on in here if that's cool.
Fat ass.
Alright. Hello, you're on the air with Radio Molly and the Sexy Bedtime Team. Who are you, sweetie, and where are you from?
I am. Oh, hello, everybody. How y'all doing tonight?
Hey.
You're on the air with Radio Molly. You can turn off the stream now, because we're...
Or, you know, hit the mute button or something on that.
Sorry about that, guys. First of all, I would like to say thank y'all for all the laughs you guys have given me, especially tonight, which I almost died tonight.
Well, we appreciate it.
Mm.
Did you have anything that you wanted to talk about?
Actually, yes. What do y'all think about the whole Gen 5 leak?
Who's a what?
MLP Generation 5? What do y'all think about that exactly?
I haven't heard much about it.
there's not enough information out there for me to draw an opinion about it because there's no confirmation that these leaks are final. So really, there's nothing I can draw about it.
He makes a good point. Oh.
And to mindless Gonzo, thank you. Thank you for giving me last year in the Molly dubs.
He's dead at the moment, but I'll give him your best regards.
I'll give him a hug and a reach around.
Give him a nice handy.
Nicely fashioned.
And to Radio Molly, keep being the beautiful princess, sexy princess you are.
Oh, you're too much, dear.
Well, you heard him. Keep being the beautiful princess, sexy princess that you are.
Well, I mean, it shouldn't be too hard.
Yes.
Shut up.
And I'm just coming out to steal all your waffles because I'm a bad friend on.
What?
Alright, that was weird. Bye.
I'm coming to steal all your waffles because I'm a bad fat non.
You have fun at a Waffle House.
Alright, who should we bring in? Shades, Darkest, Johnny, or Johnny Bravo! Is that him?
Bring in the Johnny.
Johnny Bravo, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. Hello. It's been a while,
Johnny.
didn't it?
Wait, who are you? Are you Johnny Bravo? Are you the one that I interviewed a couple of months back?
Yes.
What happened to your voice? Did your balls recede inside of you?
He got kicked so hard.
Did you
in the
retract
nuts, his voice
yourself?
is ruined forever.
Okay.
You know the episode where he gets scrawny? That's him right now.
This is Johnny Bravo, everyone. He got
Scrawny Bravo.
How you doing?
How you doing, baby? Hoo-ha, hoo-ha.
Hoo-ha, hoo.
Man, I'm pretty.
Okay. Well, I've been fine, thanks. Thank you for everybody. So yeah, I heard about this whole gun show going on in school.
A gun show in school?
You know, school shooting.
Oh, that's not a gun show. Please.
I know. Basically, the good thing is, I'm from Denmark, and we have the permit for this, that we aren't allowed to have guns around unless we have a permit, of course.
So like us. You cannot have an unlicensed firearm in the United States of America.
But most of the people in our country is basically not we don't have guns. So yeah.
That's a thing that's dumb. None of these countries don't have guns. In fact, most of these countries still allow for hunting rifles. And if you know anything about a hunting rifle, just because it can be used for hunting does not mean that people can't use it for anything else. That's the thing that's stupid.
Yes, that's true. And hey, Gonzo, welcome back.
Sorry, I had to went back and record our reaction. It'll hopefully after the stream, I'll be getting the higher quality of the original call from True Radio.
I'm just gonna flat out say, if you can kill an elk with a hunting rifle, you can kill a man. There's no question about it.
Yeah, good thing they haven't used the 50 BMG pistol. Yeah, I'm sure you know about that one. What else was there? Basically, keep up the good work. It's been a while since I was here. Until I saw I was marked to death. I was marked to death. It's
You were marked for death.
I just fucking saw the big dark role I had called death.
Yeah. Which essentially meant you were scheduled to be kicked on spring cleaning day. We were kicking inactive members.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
To make room for new people when Hakon came
Oh,
around.
Jesus Christ. What's going on in the general chat? Jesus. What is that?
Do you have anything else to add?
I don't think so, but keep up the good work. And also you, Molly. You're beautiful.
Bunch of memes.
Thank you.
Or at least you're so fucking precious when you smile.
What is that? Okay.
It's a meme. I'll inform you later.
All right. Okay. So.
Do you want to see Senpai
Well-
Moon Man?
We're running out of we're running over time, so let's bang out
Oh,
these
shoot.
callers. We have Doctor Mysterious, Princess Moonman, Darkies. Ooh.
There's
bang it.
also the speed pies that we need to get to too.
All right. Hello, you're on the air with Radio Molly. And the bedtime
Oh!
team. Oh, he nutted.
Yes, I just busted a nut all over the fucking screen. Yes.
Oh, I didn't
Oh,
know
God.
that you were horny for me, Mooney.
Dear God.
Don't surprise me like that, Jesus. Anyways, how's it fucking going, guys? It's been a while, or week.
Oh, it's been going fabulous.
I kind of missed the first part of the show because I was out eating dinner, so
That's okay.
very sorry for that.
Oh, that's all right. So, what are your questions?
Hold on, I just fucking turned you guys down. Hold on. That boy that just did that fucking normie trash meme. I think you need to take a second and rethink that what you just did. Yeah, you know, guys, what I'm talking about, right? You know what?
Yeah.
Normie trash meme.
Yeah, that's like some Instagram crap. I mean,
It actually started from Instagram. You're right.
I literally felt just. I wanted to crawl inside myself when he started doing that. I just didn't want to. You got to rethink these actions before you say them.
You're gonna cave in on yourself.
Yeah, I tried to, but.
Is that it?
Also,
Oh.
what do you think about the Brooklyn barbecue, Molly? Well, what do you, for anyone that does know about it, what do you think about it?
I was not
Barbecue.
informed about it.
Don't worry about it. It's kind of silly. I ended up taking a look at the article in itself. It's about, I think, a restaurant that promotes some good barbecue, and it just happened to be Brooklyn, and everybody was just saying, "Oh, it's great" and all that shit. But some of the images that came from it while trying to promote it is just basically a couple slabs of meat, 2 buns, I think some vegetables, and a drink. And I didn't see a hint of, like, you know, fucking the meat covered in fucking barbecue sauce and shit like that. And
Meat? Yeah, it was literally the most limp-dicked fucking barbecue I've seen in my entire life.
I am from Southern Indiana, and I'm sometimes invited to cookouts, and there's always something fucking covered in any sort of barbecue sauce you can find in the store. I mean, it just wouldn't even be a barbecue without a fucking barbecue sauce. And, you know, all the other essentials, like, you know, the potato salad, the macaroni salad, the coleslaw, the extras on the side.
Do they have macaroni?
Well, sometimes.
Hmm.
But I mean, I'm trying. That's one of those things that is just very strange. That Brooklyn barbecue thing. It's very strange.
Yeah.
It's very pathetic. That it's like the most aesthetically unpleasing thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It's like,
It's like Lost if it got. It's like Lost if it got its own restaurant.
Oh my god! Imagine that. Oh.
I love me some good barbecue.
The entire thing could fit on a single, like, small plate, but the thing is, they put it on this giant rectangular platter, and that made it look even worse. And you know those rolls? Those are fucking King's Hawaiian rolls. You can buy that shit in bulk at the fucking Costco.
Yeah, we did it for a Christmas dinner.
Oh yeah, that shit's good. But from the fucking restaurant, and then proceed to call it part of a barbecue. Come on, give me some fucking garlic toast with that. Oh,
Give me something I can use.
I will be right back. Give me just a moment.
Yeah.
Welcome to Radio Molly Live, where we criticize people's barbecuing skills.
Criticizing barbecue skills.
Oh,
That shit's south.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see where you're going at. I mean, it's not even. You can also have like different kinds of meat for your barbecue, also, because it's not just, you know, a barbecued steak. You also got the other options: barbecued hot dogs, like over the grill, flame broiled hamburgers over the grill, shit like that. Variety, man.
Brisket.
Variety.
Good fucking brisket. And just,
Oh, I know.
oh, fuck yeah.
Oh man.
With spring coming up, we're probably gonna see a lot of fucking actual fucking barbecue dinners that'll be a lot better off than whatever place in Brooklyn that fucking pathetic excuse served.
Sweet and spicy honey barbecue sauce, seasoned to perfection, grilled on an open fire, crispy and yet meaty enough to be called barbecue. Yes, please. I love me some barbecued ribs.
Oh. That reminds me. You guys ever hear of a restaurant called Famous Dave's?
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, it's not that famous.
It's Famous Dave's. It's this like a restaurant chain that I at least know is in Vegas, and it's like, oh holy shit, that is as close as south that I'm gonna fucking get here. But oh holy fuck, that is the best. They got this fucking macaroni with like goddamn jalapenos, like little bits of jalapenos in there, and they like toss that shit up.
A challenge.
It's like it's very it's nice. They did something different with mac and cheese, and I like to see that kind of crap.
I invite you to find as many pictures of that stuff as you can and put it in Food Fight Club.
Give us an idea.
That is solely what Food Fight is meant for. Just to make people. It's a chat designed just to make people hungry.
So Food Network.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's hurry up and get this show going through and run through all the shit. So let's toss you to the bar, Moon Man, unless you got something else.
I ain't got nothing else. I'm gonna start posting that fucking Famous Dave's.
Okay. Talk about your delicious, wonderful barbecue in the bar. I'm sure plenty of people in there will love to hear about it.
Yes.
All
I'll
right.
take you to Flavor Town.
All right.
Flavor Town.
Let's move you to the bar so you can head on to Flavor Town, okay?
Oh, that looks good. That looks
All
really
right.
good.
Let's see. What do we got? 3 Shades of Fucked Up and Dr. Mysterious. Which one of you guys want to take?
Let's do Dr. Mysterious.
All right. Dr. Mysterious, please unmute so that you may talk here on Radio Molly Live.
Well, hello.
Okay, what do you got for us? And do make it quick. We kind of are running a little over than usual.
Well, pretty much I brought my famous casserole, you see. Pretty much I was actually trying to actually turn one of our members into one of the man apes, you see. Pretty much they called me mad. Insane! Wendell! But nonetheless, I just have a little bit of casserole still for everyone here.
You sound like a really terrible Professor Snape. You don't even scratch the surface of what Tim Curry did with Dr. Mysterious. I've seen Freakazoid.
Hi, Button.
Hi, Button.
Yeah.
Let's avoid
Needs more work.
Let's avoid the act and let's get the question straight
He
up.
deafened after we said it.
Oh, god damn it.
All right,
You got the role correct. But shit, man.
Bitch.
Keep
Okay.
practicing.
Let's go with 3 Shades of Fucked Up and hope to God. I'm hoping to get.
And I've returned.
Molly,
So-
after we wrap up this call, do you want to do the speak pipes next?
Yes, I would love to do the speak pipes
Good
and then we'll
evening.
wrap it up. Hello there, darling. Welcome to the Radio Molly Live Show.
So I got a little bit of an update on the hostage situation.
Okay.
Turns out the guy's a veteran from the Middle East. He has PTSD, so this is a little bit of a situation that I don't think was seen. Well, then again, they did know the guy was in
I
there. They
did also
know.
hear that he was enrolled in a PTSD program, and I believe he was kicked out of it.
So the system didn't fail.
Yeah, the hostage situation is kind of unnecessary, but sometimes logic goes.
These are the first questions that the general public is going to ask, and they're going to be talking about it for weeks on end. So it's important that other people get to it first, get all the information they can, and find out whether these things people will be talking about ad nauseum are really what caused the problem.
But Sharpwing, are you for fucking sure? Because I think I've already stated this. I went through fucking CNN. I went through fucking MSNBC. I went through fucking Fox when this whole situation was going down. Not a drop was talked about. They kept talking about fucking the press conference that happened today. They kept talking about
Exactly.
Trump and all that shit. The only people that cared
Exactly.
about it that I was aware of, that I got a hold of, was a fucking Phoenix Fox affiliate and a fucking guy on YouTube who was going through a whole bunch of shit before everybody just fucking gave up and went and dealt with the car chase back in Southern California.
Yeah, exactly. It makes my point.
Yes.
The only time the media brings this crap up is when they can approach it from a political angle. And I'm not specifically talking about the left or the right. I have ad nauseum just been talking about television news in general.
Yeah.
None of them are talking about this.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep that short. Is that all you wanted to talk about?
Yes, that's it, and peace out.
Okay, I'll toss you to the
Alright.
bar.
We have 2 speak pipes, and then we need to go because we are going way over time. We're 15.
Okay.
All right. I'm just gonna refresh to make sure that we have all the speak pipes. And all right, we have 2. Here's the first one.
Hey, I'm Fred here. I'm finally taking a shower, but I was calling you guys to let you know that I really want to caress Kiva's little head, Can that be arranged?
Is he in the shower?
I think he said
He
that.
was in the shower, but it didn't sound like it.
All right, and we have one more.
Taking a piss?
I couldn't even
it's
understand him.
Leroy Sinclair.
Oh God.
Hello, Radio Molly. It's Leroy Sinclair. I have a beef to settle with Kiba and Terrace Moon. Which one of you was running around impersonating me and making fun of me on the last show? I got your little show on fucking Hakon, and I caught Terrace Moon or Kiba running around and making fun of me and impersonating me. You two are in trouble now. You've been stoking me and making fun of me the whole time on your little Radio Molly show. You better apologize or there's gonna be a water bat coming right down there from Norrie House. You're gonna see I'm gonna prove one of you is Richard Burnish when I come down there. If you're doing this just for shits and giggles, that's fine, but you know what? I should be compensated for that. Where's my 2 boxes of beer and bottle of whiskey that you were supposed to be sending me? All I kept getting were these fucking mucklucks and beats. What am I supposed to do with those, Radio Molly? If you don't fess up and admit to stalking Leroy Sinclair, I'm gonna take these beats, I'm gonna turn them into anal beads, and I'm gonna shove them right inside of your anal hole. And when I'm done doing that, I'm gonna have you suck a wet fart out of Granny's ass and hold it in like a bone rip.
But Granny's dead. Anyway, sexy subject.
Yeah, good
One
thing
note
we
to
don't
end
have
on.
Kiba or Tokus on, otherwise this will drag on for another goddamn 15 minutes.
She's technically not dead. She's trapped in the dark dimension, but that's...
No, Grandma's dead. Anyways,
Okay.
sexy subjects. This is Radio Molly, and I want to thank my co-hosts Gonzo, Pimpwing, and Ricky Foxstars for joining me tonight. And as always, follow us on the Radio Molly blog, Audio Molly Replies. Follow us on our Twitter, Radio Molly Live, and email us if you want, RadioMollyLive@gmail.com. And also check out these guys, Mindless Gonzo, Sharpwing, and Ricky Foxstars. Anyway, do you all have a fun time?
Oh,
Yeah.
babe.
Oh no, not again.
Hurry up, let's conclude this before
Get
you
out
Okay,
of
close
my
the show, close the show.
Get out of my royal chambers now!
Close the show!
Hello. Did you miss me, babe?
I want to stop it!
Cut the feed, goddammit!
Why are you in here?
Because
on!
It took me forever to get out of your sex dungeon, babe. Let me tell you, when you have a robo penis, your guards ain't shit against my moves.
Son of a bitch! Cut it! Cut it!
I can't believe that you're doing this to me. Not again.
I can't believe you're letting this air! Cut it!
Gonzo, quiet and squeeze my titties. Anyway.
Fucking cut the feed now!
Oh, Gonzo, babe, I'm coming for you next, huh? Cha-cha-cha.
Not unless I unload some fucking slugs in your fucking chest! Hurry up and cut the damn feed!
Alright, sexy subjects. Anyway, I'm Radio Molly, and I hope that you all are wonderful. And remember, everyone, stay wonderful, stay beautiful, and remember, stay sexy. I love you all so much, and I'll see you tomorrow at 9 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time, on Radio Molly Live. No, it's not a duo show, bitch.
Fucking...
You can go make some pancakes over in the kitchen.
Hurry up and cut it! Jesus!
Oh, yeah, moo for me, babe. Moo.
I am not a cow! I am not a cow! When did I move for you? I will never move for you!
Oh my god, you
Stop stalling and cut it! Jesus!
Oh my god, I'm going to... Get this... Delete all the Scaramouche pictures in the royal chat right now!
No, put more.
I'm trying, but it's not working.
I'm deleting it. I'm deleting it. It's going away. Delete.
Bitch, you can't get rid of the moosh.
I will end you.
Yeah.
Stop stalling and fucking end!
Oh my god. Alright. Goodbye, everyone. I'm gonna...
Jesus, you fucking...
Don't you start with me, Gonzo. I didn't have a robo fucking vibrator man come walking in my kitchen.
No, but you had the fucking off switch and you can't fucking do it!
Gonzo, I'm gonna have angry sex with you and we're gonna work this shit out.
The hell you are, babe. That's my job.
You aren't
And the
sticking
hell
that
you
vibrator
are
in me.
either. I'll
Bitch, I'm not
fucking-
talking about you.
Where's the
Gonzo's
fucking
my
baseball
man.
bat?
How dare you take Gonzo away from me?
Pat, babe.
How dare
Jesus.
you?
Fuck.
Goodbye, sexy subjects.
Hasta la vista, baby. Cha-cha-cha-cha.
Somebody kill it.
Ugh.
Great.